so Raquan Negus Hines is here with us, and he's representing for PoeTree Barbados, as is Shawna Griffith, who's co-founder of PoeTree. Good morning to you, Shawna. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good morning.
Good morning. And what about you? First time I'm having you here, Morning Barbados, yes?
Yes, please.
All right, so welcome. Good to have you here. Shawna, tell
Yes,
us a little
please.
bit more about PoeTree. Give us the backstory for people who have not heard about all the fantastic work that you've been doing for spoken word and everything else that surrounds it.
So PoeTree Barbados is a registered creative agency, and what we do is provide the opportunities for spoken word artists to be seen on a local, global, and international scale by using digital media strategies and PR strategies. So a lot of our artists would have gone viral online, which would have led to increased bookings, etc. And what we're seeking to do with PoeTree Barbados is not just to have the grand events, but also the developmental. So between June and September, we would have gone to various summer camps, teaching them the art of poetry. And the kids were so excited. We had a grand time. We even came up with a little jingle for one of the summer camps. So that was fun. And now we're going to be doing our free pop-up in a few days' time.
All right, before we delve into that, let's hear a little bit more about Negus Knots.
Yes,
I'm interested
please.
in this name, but before we get there, how do you first hear about poetry?
In primary school, Adrian Green came to perform at my primary school, and from there it was just on and hook. And then I went to secondary school. I started to meet someone named Mrs. Chase at the Garrison Secondary School. She also helped to form that. And then at youth service, Winston Farrell helped to mentor me in a sense. So yes, please.
So it wasn't difficult to make that transition then onto the stage?
No, please, not at all.
All right, that's good stuff. And it's great to hear that you're moving in this direction to offer developmental steps for people to be able to transition to the big stage, because we know once you hit the poetry stage, you're getting spoken word artists from across the region, from across the world. We've seen people come here to Barbados to perform. So let's talk now about this particular free event that's coming up.
Okay, so on Thursday, September 19th, we're having a free pop-up event. So you heard it correctly, FREE, free. And it's our way of giving back to persons who would have supported us, and Barbadians who've been, calling us and telling us, we want to have another pop-up, because their appetite, was whetted when we went to the Colombo Emancipation Village, and everyone was like, when is the next one? So we met as an executive, and we decided that, yes, we're going to have one, and we're gracious to Abbeville for allowing us to use their space.
All right, take us back to the first time that you performed one of your pieces on stage. Do you write?
Yes, please.
All of your own work?
Yes, please.
First of all?
All my work,
Yes.
right. First time I performed would be NIFCA, and that would be for Barbados 50 years of independence. I actually created a piece to reflect that called We Can't Be 50, to just show you how we'll be doing things that we call in 50, but we actually backsliding or going backwards in a sense.
What does writing do for you?
It helps me to express or channel my emotions into a better place, I should say.
All right, so the person sitting here in front of me this morning, speaking so quietly, once I see you on stage performing your pieces, is it in much the same vein, or does an alter ego come to the fore?
I believe all the ego comes to the fore. Yes,
and that's
please.
through the expression, through the poetry?
Yes, please, through the
Yeah,
expression.
pretty interesting stuff. Shows that you truly are building. Talk to me about some more of the good outcomes from the program.
Okay, so what we have seen, especially with the developmental workshop, is that kids who had issues with reading, when they do their poem and they're performing, they don't really think that much about if they pronounce a word wrong. And what we've also saw with the poetry is like Raquan. When Raquan came, he was, a little bit laid back,
Like
shy. But when he got on stage, and then the family structure that we have where everyone is just so happy, and we're one big happy family. I saw Raquan, one night he was doing a little movement, and I was like, wait, that Raquan? So like you see that development, because when people come to a poetry stage, they have this mindset that they must be shooting on all cylinders, right? Because it's a big stage, it's a big opportunity, and we found that over time the confidence has improved, and the writing as well has improved, because we have NIFCA Gold awardees, so people want to be better than them, and that has led to that healthy camaraderie and the development of writing, and the performances even being more dynamic than we would have saw when we started.
What would you say, Raquan, to people who might be looking on who write, whether it's therapeutic or otherwise, about being able to step forward and share if there's something that they want to do?
I believe is something brilliant to do is actually giving yourself that anchor to go for, giving yourself that purpose if you don't have a feeling inside, and also if you have a confusion or feeling clustered, it gives you a chance to channel those emotions, as I said before. It gives you a chance to have a overlook on life and an overlook of yourself and the world around you.
Have you ever been reluctant to share? Because a lot of the times when we write, we're writing our innermost thoughts and feelings. Some of it can be quite personal. Was it difficult for you to get to the place where you were open to sharing, and most certainly on stage?
It kind of was, because I have a shy composure, so Shawna said, poetry actually brought a platform that I could express my feelings and feel comfortable. It gives us a family institution whereas we could let go our feelings and be unafraid to feel and be afraid to get back up again.
When you go on stage, are you nervous at all?
Yes, please. At first, then the ego comes out.
That's interesting stuff. What about you, Shawna? I know that you've been writing for quite some time.
Yeah.
You have a few books under
Yes.
your belt as well.
Yes, please. For me, at first you're nervous, but then you get into your rhythm, and some of the lyrics, especially when you have those punchlines, you tend to feel yourself a bit, and then the dynamicism of the piece comes out.
All right, wonderful stuff. So let's reinforce. Coming up this Thursday is a free pop-up event that's coming up at Abbeville Bar. Your opportunity to encourage everybody to come out. Do you have the cast already set, or can
Yes.
people come out? Is there an open mic component to this particular presentation?
So there's no open mic. We have a cast of 10 amazing artists who are going to be there, and you're going to enjoy performances from Stone with Cupid, Dio the Poet, myself, Negus. We also have Sam Sounds, who was just performed yesterday with Sizzler, Kalonji, and such like. And then we're also going to have Ashley Syrie and some other artists as well. We don't want to give away all 10 of the artists, but we're going to have amazing time. You're going to have comedic poems, you're going to have serious poems, and then you're going to have some rap as well as dancehall. So there's something for everyone. And again, it's free, so just come on down and enjoy.
All right, tell me a little bit more about your writing. Do you write specifically for these occasions, or do you just write as it comes to mind? What's your process like?
I write as it comes to mind. I'm mostly a lyrical wordsmith. I try to find...
Lyrical wordsmith.
Yes, please. I try the best to bring out the most potential in words. The songs, my talent is percussion, bringing out the sounds of words and making E sound like A, whatever the case may be.
I want to see this lyrical wordsmith.
Yeah.
Talking about the presentation. So it's coming up Thursday from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock.
Yes, please.
10
artists
on stage. So you definitely should get out and support them. And there's no open mic night. I was asking for me.
But as we said, we'll accommodate you. You can be number 11 if you want to come out and perform.
Have your cast set, so maybe
Guest performance by Tisha Hines. We can do that flyer today.
We'll see. But again, congratulations.
Thank you.
For literally and figuratively setting the stage for spoken word artists to be able to share. I've seen how it has grown and mushroomed into more of a movement in terms of younger artists being able to kind of relate to artists who are not so young.
I am still young.
Experience to be able to share. It really makes all the difference in terms of helping us to bring spoken word a little more mainstream.
Yes.
That's something that we haven't seen in the past. For you, final word as to why people should come out and support. This is your final appeal, Shawna.
It is free 99. You do not have to pay 1 cent. I don't know how else to tell you to come on down and see the artists. Some of the artists whom you love, some of the artists you have seen viral on TikTok and Instagram, they will all be there. It's your opportunity to network with us and see a bit about how it is at PoeTree Barbados. So come on down to Abbeville, 7 o'clock on Thursday the 19th, and enjoy what we have to offer.
Now, Rakan, are you open to spitting a little something for us
For
this
sure,
morning?
for sure.
All right, so we're ready. Remember, it's TV, so I'm laying down the ground rules. I know sometimes we can get, those punchlines, get nice and punchy. It's morning TV, and, you can give us just a few bars. Yeah.
Okay. My Barbadian identity, my portfolio, my CV, my police certificate of character, my ID. What is it? And does it portray, bind, or release me? For no matter how I try to realize, my eyes still fail to trail the moments where they really see me. What is my identity when there's so much more that defines me? A part of my own environment, not entirely. I do carry genes of my ancestry, but see, that's not all that I see. I see way beneath Mariana trenches, but still up above it, a vision broader than Zion's peak, broader than Broad Street. I am limitless. And so should be my ID. At least so I think it's supposed to be. Then again, a product might want an environment. The environment supplies my ID. The system describes my character. But still, is it me? I could be wrong. And if so, well then, if it be, I ask that you call me Basama Samusa Grantly as a representation of my ID. Call me a pleasant peasant disguised as a bourgeoisie, a professor to the classes of society, nature the nurture since nursery, and through my pupils I am born to student seat. As from outside the lines of each category, I can see that I truly don't know my identity. So what am I? The land I see, limestone and concrete. The fields and hills that were never my own. Is my identity authentic? Or am I just a clone? Am I lost like PoeTree Barbados, influenced by gritos and poems of my home? And if so, how would I know? The me, myself, or I? Astrology says Taurus, but I feel like a Gemini. I feel poem smart, I feel penny wise. I count my blessings and grip their essence in bitter times. I am grateful, but it still doesn't suffice. Was raised on multi-extract, so my ideal make appetite versatile. I prefer my sweet potato pie, and brown rice combined. I don't know if it's a Bajan or not, but I like my barefoot stereotype, the type to eat them raw, steamed, or fried. Can't forget what my coleslaw, nah. Can't forget what my time. Much more for sure, but I just ain't got the time. My identity on my mind like Criminal Minds. Like CBS, nah. Like Lifetime. I think that my identity, it needs a profile. It barely surfaces like a low tide. Hose tight, hose right, force like bow tie, or like sheets on a clothesline. So don't ask me if I know my identity. So far just feeling little holes like a cavity. But there's so much more to this ID, this masterpiece. I guess for me, it means much more than its density. Don't get me wrong, I do love my country. Even if over here the grass always seems greener. Whether it be the confused gullies, monkeys, or other things that have nothing to do with my identity. And if so, I know it's a product of productivity. A product of the transatlantic slave trade system, Crusaders' mission, and plantation. A product of the 21st century, but still my ID goes through a Great Depression. A product also, someone study grassroots might only go cut, wait, hold up. Crop the really over since Corona. I mean, Kadir, my Kaduman. I mean, not to impose, but I feel like my identity is somewhat changed since I lost my amusement. Felt like a car running low on coolant. Radiator burst. No movement. I mean, I say I don't know my identity, but at least I know the influence. At least I know it's a product of my own identity. A product in position to meet traditional needs. I am an asset, at least to my family. At least I truly hope that they know me, for then I am lost to the definition of me. I am a human, but still alienated in my mind like multiple personalities. Nah, multiple IDs, a full charge to endure a cell in a battery. So before I get locked out and lose my character, somebody please tell me my true identity. Am I defined by life, or is it life itself that's defined by me? What is my true identity? I ask you, what is your true identity?
Oh, that was beautiful, man. Good stuff. A taste of what you can expect when you come out on Thursday night, 7 o'clock, Abbeville Bar and Restaurant. It's a free pop-up being put on by PoeTree Barbados, and they're wearing the PoeTree shirts and logo. All right, so look forward to seeing you on stage. Negus Knots showing us a little bit of what he's been working on. Thank you, Shawna.
Thank you.
All right, make sure you go out and support it, all right?
Morning, morning.